Hi. Wee! Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode Schmiggity Schmoo of PodGis. Oh, let me see. Episode 122. Wow. Look how far we've come. Look. Damn it. I didn't mean that rhetorically. Look. Take a look around you. Take a look at me now. And compare me. Let's go. Compare me to our very first video guess. Let's go back. Which episode is that? 94. 94, I think, was my very first one of going on video guess. And look at my hair. It was so long. Of course it was so long. I had the extensies in. And boy, oh boy, do I miss those extensies. Let me tell you, I'm gonna get them again. I'm gonna get them put in again in 2 days. Because I missed them ever so dearly. And apparently, they put physical strain on your roots. And so you shouldn't always have them in because you're going to lose hair quicker, faster, longer. Quicker, faster, longer, better, shatter, bladder, fatter, matter. That's a Kanye West song featuring Daft Punk. Not the other way around. But apparently extensions are bad for your hair and you shouldn't have them in at all times. But like, why? But come on. That's my rebuttal. Is just, oh, come on. And so that settles it. I'm getting them put in 2 days. You want to know why? Because, come on. And I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm a grown-ass woman who can do whatever the fuck she wants. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fucking... Anyways, here's the thing I didn't bring up with my hair girl. Even though, like, she hasn't mentioned it, so I think it's fine. But last time I got them taken out would have been in, like, I don't know, October. And I've kept them in a bag in a drawer ever since. And I'm afraid they're gonna stink or they're gonna have mildew on them or something. I don't know, because they're actually real human hair, first of all. And second of all, let me just ease you into a gross story. I'm going to put a disclaimer here. This story is a little bit gross. A little bit. But it's true to life. It's true to Migas. So, back when I used to have dreadlocks, when I cut them, finally, I thought it would be an interesting thing. I thought I would want to hang on to them as a sort of keepsake for that era of my life. Pictures were not enough evidence. I wanted to be able to pull one out of a drawer to impress any woman or man that I was seducing and be like, you want to see something cool? And then hoist aloft this woven caterpillar, this disgusting centipede that smelled like fucking dread wax. What was even that smell? It just smelled like my pillow. It smelled like a boot. It smelled a little bit like a boot. It smelled like a gently used boot, I will say. It wasn't, when it was on my head, it didn't smell terrible. It smelled like wax. It smelled like wax, for sure, because I had to use a lot of it to maintain. But when I finally came back a few years later to the bag that was like full of my fucking dreads for some reason. Don't judge me. I have the advantage of hindsight right now too. And I feel utterly embarrassed that I did this. but we live and we grow and we learn. And so, anyways, when I opened that bag, oh God, the waft that came out, it was like you would imagine, like every time the Ninja Turtles would poke their heads out of the top of a manhole cover, and you would see the steam go psh, as they would also open it. That's what I would imagine. I imagine my hair smelled like a Ninja Turtle, if that makes sense. You know, like they probably don't smell like sewage, but they smell sewage adjacent. You know, and that's what my dreads kind of smelled like when I pulled them out of the bag. So, that isn't that a nice story? How does that make you feel about me? I'm gonna stop kicking the desk. I know it's shaking the camera. I'm sorry, and I hope it's not making noise. I just got my leg up, and I'm speaking with my usual enthusiasm. So I'm rattling the place. Ava, stop touching. Stop touching. I won't touch. No more touching. Um, Two things off the top. After you've enjoyed that delicious amuse bouche, nom, 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 that divine feast for the senses. I'm gonna shrink this window down now. That's gonna be easier. Okay. Um. First of all, these nails are glow in the dark. I know. They look mucus green right now. Boy, am I on a real roll here of of wonderful sensory fucking overload. I really paint a glorious picture, don't I? Um, they're glow in the dark. They're glow in the dark. And I could turn off the lights and demonstrate, but I don't think it would translate on camera. So you're gonna have to take my word for it. They don't really. I mean, my room gets pitch black at night, and they don't really show up unless you charge them. I didn't know this. That glow in the dark needs to be charged. Is that what bioluminescence is in animals? Deep sea creatures? Are they being charged by moonlight or something? And then they go a little deep. Are they like going up to the surface to bask in the sun? And then they go down 10,000 leagues under the sea? And they be charging, and everyone's like, "Yo, that's sick." And they're like, "What's your secret?" And they're like, "Yo, maybe I was just born with it." And really, they were lying, because the trick is to go up and to bask. So I feel like I've been lied to, like the anglerfish lies to all the other fishies in the sea. I feel like nobody ever told me that I had to like hold these up to a flashlight to activate them. That feels like a ripoff. Science. Hey, science, put down the cancer research for a second, and let's figure out how to make glow-in-the-dark nails do it on their own without charging. Because where's the fun in that? I want them to constantly glow at all times. I don't want to turn off the lights and then have like nothing happen, especially after I built it up. Can you imagine if I built it up and was disappointed for the first time in person with someone present? I was lucky enough to find this out just on my own lonesome. But imagine my disappointment when I turned the lights off. I had painted them. I was like, "Here goes nothing. It's nighttime. I am off to bed." And I waited all day for this moment of surprise for myself. And I hit the lights, and I was like, "Duh!" And then I bumped into everything because I thought that glow. I'll be honest, I thought glow in the dark also meant like illumination in the dark. I thought that I could just kind of hold them up and like a very faint lantern, uh, like Link's sort of glowiness in Tears of the Kingdom, when he eats a glow egg or whatever the food that makes you glow. Whenever he eats a glowfish and he glows in the dark. Any Tears of the Kingdom fan or just fans of glowfish? Hey, if you eat the anglerfish 10,000 leagues under the sea, do you become bioluminescent? Has science ever figured that out? Have they tried? Hey, science, put down the cancer research and go eat a bioluminescent fish and then turn off the lights and see if your tummy tingles or if you got like a cool, weird blue light coming out of your tummy. That would be cool. Okay, science, go do it. Go do that now. Anyways, what the fuck? How the fuck did I get here? Oh, I came all the way from, like, extensions. Oh, and my dreads were stinky. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get extensions put in, even though, like, I really should be saving my money because I owe the government thousands of dollars. I'm financially responsible. This is the thing. I'm not irresponsible. I'm pretty frugal. I don't spend uh, uh, if, I, I don't spend. I keep wanting to say expediently, but that's not even close to the fucking word. Extravagantly. I don't spend on extravagance. The clothes I wear, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Everything is donation. And I just rewrote J-Lo's famous song. That's how I would sing it. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Somebody gave it to me because they wore it in 2002 and outgrew it, and now it's mine now. I'm still Ava from the block. Would that fit in the rhythm? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I got everything's donation. I used to have a little, now I have a lot. I didn't spend any money because it's all stuff from other people. It didn't work at all. Can you tell I'm not a freestyler? I'm still Ava from the block. I used to have a little, now I have a little more. It's mostly stuff that people don't want anymore. I just rhymed more with more. Hate that. I've always hated it. I have become that which I hate by rhyming the same word. God, to all my musician friends and non-musician friends alike, please tell me you're with me on this one. This couldn't possibly be a hot take. But if you rhyme the same word in your song, even if you like try and pronounce it, get away with pronouncing it differently, like, oh, I'm on to you. I hate that shit. It bothers me a lot when the rhyme is right on, when they just rhyme the same word back to back. Like, maybe, I still don't like it if you're on a rhyming tangent and you're rhyming a bunch of shit in a row, and then you use the same word at one point to keep the chain going, but you've used the same word. You know what I mean? When someone's rhyming tree and she and he and blah, 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 and then they use tree again, like after number 6, and you're like, all right, the chain is still going. It's like Tony Hawk. You got a combo going, but you've done 3 kickflips in between your grinds. You're not mixing it up, you know? You're hitting left. You're hitting left and left C at the same time in between all your rail grinds. What you doing? I don't notice that shit. um, I'm all over the place. But my hair, that's all. I think that is the point. God, I'm not allowed to announce this until tomorrow? Can I announce this now? Oh, I can announce this now cuz this is going up tomorrow. Yay! You guys, I've been sitting on this. I've been sitting on this for a long time. I've known that I'm doing this for at least 2 months now. And they want to keep it a secret because they want to do the big reveal as a entity, as a event. But basically, I'm gonna be in the Winnipeg Comedy Festival. Huh. And I'm doing a taping for CBC. Huh. And you might say, "Hey, Val, when is that?" And the answer is it's the first weekend of May. And May 2nd to 5th or something. And I'm doing one of the gala things. The theme, go figure, is transitions. And so this is one of the things that Winnipeg Comedy Festival does. And first of all, congratulations to me, because what people who are outside the comedy industry in Canada don't know, what people, oh no, product placement, copyright infringement from my chair. Um what people don't know is uh, JFL. JFL is the biggest comedy festival in Canada and the world, mind you. And then in Canada, the three major festivals are JFL, Halifax, and Winnipeg. And so every comedian has this I could call it a goal. Every comedian it's seen as like a prominent uh career mark, a milestone to do any of the three. And I have now I will have done all three. I will have done Halifax twice. I will have done JFL a whole bunch of times. And now I've finally rounded out the main trio, the Triforce, if you will. And I'm doing Winnipeg. So I'm very excited about that. I love my set I have prepared for them. The theme is transitions. What Winnipeg does is they send out like 2 months before the deadline. They post 5 or 6 broad categories of subject matter that they invite comedians to submit footage, or if you're really bold, just a transcript. And so basically that's how you more or less audition, you submit tape. And so luckily enough, I feel like that category was made to invite people like me to apply. And your girl's been on such a fucking roll year after goddamn year that I submitted material that was available for TV, because you once you use it in Canada, you can't use it again. But luckily enough, I had quite the reservoir, and so I got it. I would imagine I'm one of it couldn't possibly be all trans people in that category, but who knows? We'll see. And how wonderful would it be if there were more? Sincerely. Is it one of those things where you're like, well, why would she even bring that up? I'm not competitive. I promise. I haven't mentioned that I'm the only trans person who's ever accomplished these things. I haven't mentioned that yet. I haven't mentioned that I'm the only trans Canadian comedian who's accomplished all these things. Am I? Aren't I? If not, go ahead and name them. Woo! Anyways, pretty cool. That was so cocky. Let me humble myself and say that it is a privilege, and I'm honored to do it, and I'm honored to do all of these, and someday my luck will run out. And someday you'll all get sick of me, and the industry will chew me up and spit me out. And I'm gonna teach stand-up courses. That'll really show me someday. Hey, listen, if it makes you feel any better about all this gloating I'm doing, someday I will teach a comedy course, and that's how you know I will have. That's it. Anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I'm doing that in Halifax right after. I don't think I've spoken about this, but because I've had to keep Winnipeg under wraps until they announce today, as of this video's posting. So it's been ridiculously, it's been nerve-wracking, basically planning around 2 straight tapings. Winnipeg is 10 minutes. Halifax is 2 7-minute sets for a total of 12 original minutes of material. I can repeat like 2 minutes, 1 minute from both those sets that I'm doing in Halifax, but it needs to be 12 original minutes there. So in a matter of 2 weeks, I am burning 22 minutes of my stand-up comedy material for Canadian TV, which is like, woo, pretty awesome. Oh, very important text. Okay, that's good. I may have to pause for a late night delivery, and I won't go in. Oh, that's all I have to say about that. burp. Fucking, oh, took me long enough to get here because I haven't been checking my notes. But, I apologize. I apologize for the technical issues last week. I could go into what happened. Long story short, the interface that I'm using, fucked up, but I fucked up more. And, the reason these things keep happening is from little itty bitty tiny little oversights on my part that collapsed the entire thing. And I probably should have did a mic check, but that was the one episode that I forgot and thought that everything was set up, but it was not. And I was so bummed. I don't know if you could tell from that disclaimer. I was livid with myself and with the world, and here I am, I've bounced back clearly, but I came to the realization that life truly and just the learning process in general is a series of, it's like an arcade game. You know what I mean? It's like a platformer game. Okay? You follow? Where basically you keep dying. It's like Mario. You die, you start again, you progress, you get to the spot where you died, and you think, oh, I know what comes next, or I know what's about to happen. I know how to overcome this hurdle, and you do. And then boop, and then you die right after that, and you're like, well, and then you start from the top, and then you do it again, and you overcome that hurdle, and then you overcome the next hurdle, because you're like, here I am once again. At this part that killed me. And so you learning is a series of failures that kick you right back to the start, make you keep re-encountering the old mistakes that you made, but now you've learned how to overcome them. That is what that is what learning is. That is what doing a podcast is, basically, where every time I've fucked up on an episode, I have had to go back to start, i.e. the beginning of the next episode, and to do my checks and balances and my little things that I have to do to make sure that it all runs smoothly. My little edits afterwards as well, to like, I'm learning from my mistakes. All of this to say, I am learning from my mistakes. And I appreciate everybody who has reached out to help and who's been like, hey, this is the way you should do it. And I'll be honest, sometimes I don't listen to some of you, and it's not personal. It isn't. Especially in the case of last week when I knew what I had done wrong, and I got a lot of advice from people who were like, you should do it this way. And I was like, I appreciate it, but I got this one. I figured it out, and I've got this one. And you know what? If this fucking video sucks, if right now you are listening to it through a metal tube and it sounds like this or something, then I was fucking wrong. I should have listened to you. But I'm willing to bet that we are good, that I think this is the one, and I think I have made enough mistakes that I've learned from them. Is this where the knot is? Yeah, it is. Whoops. My necklace is confusing me. This shit's gonna fall off. Yeah, it's gonna fall off. It's too big. Oh, yeah. That shit was about to fall off. Huh. So anyways, sorry for the mistakes. I'm learning. Give me a little patience. Although, the person who's most impatient, turns out it's me. Oh, this was another note I had after the last episode. I'm more of an O-list celebrity. Not a F. What did I call myself? F? I'm more of an O. I really had to think about it afterwards, and I was like, there's no way, even in Canada, where there is quite truly no star system whatsoever, Like our CFL players are like firefighters and teachers. And then, this same VJ you would see on E-Talk is like judging a pie eating contest at Innisfil fucking Oktoberfest or something. Times are tough for all of us out here. And people are like, who the hell is that? And it's just it's just some guy. But hey, he's on our TVs every Friday night talking about fashion. And this is what they wore at the Oscars. And we're like, oh, yeah, that's Doug Branson. I see him at the grocery store every day. I see him at the grocery store every once in a while. He's a fucking twat. He's a fucking twat. That's how they talk in Canada. That's how they talk in my area of Canada, don't you know? And don't you know it's not weird over here? And don't you know, whenever I hear that accent, oi, hello, what are you, fuck off, you wanker, you fucking twat. It's like, are they from the UK or are they from Toronto? And I have a real tough time deciding, because that's how I'm the exception. That's how they talk around here. I'm trying to get like the I don't even know what it's called in vocal training. Not inflection. Inflection is how you talk, but the S's and the T's, consonants. I don't do that. My tongue. I don't know how to do that with my tongue. Unless I'm fucking kidding. Unless I'm doing like this stupid fucking accent. Anyways, I'm an O-list celebrity in Canada. That's how much of a non-celebrity I am. That's how irrelevant I am. But fuck yeah, I'm gonna have long hair again. And then maybe I'll get some goddamn respect in this town. But you know what I'm so worried about? Every time I wash my hair, so much of my hair comes out. And I washed it today. It looks pretty shimmery and soft and good. It looks good right now. And I really like this wave here. That just happened on its own. Of it going like, whoa. And it kind of like, it's swooping back and it's pulling my hair back with it. It's like, get thee behind me, follicles. It's like a fight happening on my head. And it's like, yo. And this hair over here is like, yo, hold me back. And this hair is like, yo, I got you. That's what's happening. It's like a little arm that's going, I got this. It's like all fluttery. Oh, that's nice. But then this side, it's encroaching into my face. It's like coming in. There's a territorial war for space on my visage right now. And my bangs, are these even technically bangs? I don't know. And my hair is fighting for territory on my face. Who will win? I don't know. Left side or right side? You be the judge. Posture guess. It's time to get my posture going. Don't look, my forehead is so big. All right. Moving on. Oh, so my back. Oh, yeah. So the point I wanted to make, I think, all along at the very beginning was, I'm worried that I'm gonna bring the bag of my old extensions in, and I'm gonna open the bag, and it's just gonna go, and a plume is gonna come out, just like when adult Simba flops down in the original Lion King. He flops down, and like the dust from the plains, it goes and comes up. You know, the only reason why I remember that specifically is because of everything afterwards when people were like, hey, Disney hides all kinds of weird pedophilic sex messages in their shit. And when Simba falls and the dust comes up. It spells sex is good or something like that. I mean, that was like an urban myth that you heard as a kid. I remember that, and I don't remember ever caring enough to like find out if that was true. But unless if it's not common knowledge, then it's not true. I think by now it would have been proven to we have the internet. It would have been ubiquitously known by now that people would be like, yeah, fucking Lion King, sex is good when Simba plops down. So anyways, I'm worried that when I open that bag of hair, it's just gonna go quaff, and I'm gonna knock out my hair girl. Is it weird to call her hair girl? I don't know. Stylist! That's the word. It's stylist, not hair girl. What a fucking loser. I don't know. Hair girl sounds kind of how very O-list celeb of me. Yeah, I got a hair girl. I'm on the VIP list for Innisfil Pie Festival. I'm one of the judges on the pie eating contest. I gotta keep a close eye on this thing. I'm gonna have to pause the recording. I'm gonna have to pause the recording and then like cut together. It's a new thing for Avagis. So if I screw that up, then I will learn from that, and it will be like Super Mario dying and learning all over again. So good luck to me, and good luck to you, and good luck to us all. I'm gonna sit nice and tall with my posture. There we go. Wow, posture really does make a difference. Posture. Okay, this is me sitting regular. Okay, sitting reg. I'm sitting on the reg, bitch. And now, oh, good posture. Wow. What an important difference. What an important difference. What an important difference between, hey guys, what's up? We're hanging out versus, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? La 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 la. Ah, la 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 la. Oh, come on! Next. Plume of dust coming out of the bag. Let's talk about Dylan Mulvaney again. You know? Hey, listen. Oh, before I even get to that. So, I'll admit I was having a rough day. I have since miraculously, ever since I opened this podcast by, what did I even do at the beginning? I don't even fucking remember. What did I even say? Oh, God. I should know what I even said. I know what I said. Because I thought that was a delight. I don't know, some high energy bullshit. Anyways, I was feeling so downtrodden because of my ongoing tax issues. And I'm trying to go back and refile my tax return from 2022 because I butchered it so terribly, and now I'm in trouble. So now I'm going through with a fine-tooth comb, which is the hardest thing to do when you are I'm not even terribly disorganized. I'm like part disorganized, where I know to like keep I keep like talking myself out of keeping receipts, where I'm like, yeah, this wouldn't count because I don't know, this is chips at the convenience store while I'm on the road. And it's like, well, wouldn't that count as food while you're working? I don't know. I should know these anyways. And I don't know, I'm making it sound like all I do is eat chips when I'm on the road. But like, here's the other thing is that I'm going to start doing this now, where if I am having a meal and I have an alcoholic beverage with it, I'm going to have to insist on paying separately. correct? Because alcohol doesn't count. You can't deduct that. But you can deduct a meal. But now people are saying that you have to have a meal with 2 people for it to be deductible. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm on the fucking road. You mean every time I'm on the road, I have to take somebody out on a date and we have to discuss my business for it to count? Why is it getting so much more complicated to deduct things right when I'm finally, like, figuring it all out? How come you're changing it on me? I don't know. Anyways, I'm frustrated. And Osama been frustrated all day long. Osama been frustrated dealing with all that shit. And this year I'm just gonna fucking I got a folder already. Partial organized guess. I got a folder. And I've been putting any of the receipts I'm mindful enough to keep, and all my T4s and all my documents, and I'm putting them in a 2023 folder. And it's and I'm doing my best, and I did it, and I'm doing it also for 2024, of course. I'm gonna stuff them in a bag and hand them to a lady, and I'm gonna go, lady, you take care of it. And that's what I'm gonna say, and that's what's gonna happen. And fuck it, I'm just not gonna I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. The stress is killing me. I got more and more hairs coming out of my head, swirling the shower drain. Every time I wash my head, I get fucking additional stress hairs caused by my goddamn tax woes. I'm never doing my own taxes again because I fucking suck at it. And the government has made that abundantly clear. I just fucked up so royally. God damn. I didn't know that. Oh, there's a big hair on my wall. Yeah. Speaking of which, you can't see it. It's too blonde. Oh, maybe you got a glint there. I just didn't know that when you get hired, when there are official documents involved, when there's a payroll, and even though you get contracted to, like, write for a TV show or whatever, and I didn't know that when they send you that paycheck, taxes were not factored in. I thought they handled all that. I'm looking at official documentation papers. I'm like, oh, it's official. I bet the government was here. That was just my assumption the whole time. Somebody gave me an official paper, and I said, oh, it's official. So the government must know about all this. And the government must already, doop, 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 have taken care of it. So all I gotta do is, when they send me my slips, I just report it, and then the government already knows. Because the government already knows. And little did I know, every time somebody paid me, I had to be responsible for squirreling some away to eventually pay the government later? Like, take it from me now. What are you doing? Why are you testing my delayed gratification ability? Why are you trusting that I have that? You should know I don't. You shouldn't trust the common man or woman to have that delayed gratification ability. Come on. Especially a fucking self-employed stand-up comedian. Get real. Anyways, enough of that. Fucking Avagus not talk about taxes challenge impossible lately. God damn. Nobody uses that meme format anymore. But I'm just frustrate, guess. Captain Frustration over here. Osama been frustrated. Osama been frustrated. Is that okay? I think there was a point I wanted to make, but now I am frozen. And I'm gonna, I mean, you won't notice. It'll just be instantaneous and I'll be right back. But I'll be right back in my timeline. I'll be back in my timeline. And fucking I'll watch back the end so I know where I picked up. Sorry, this is just so pointless. Okay. Well, hello again. It makes no difference to you, cause oh, that's a different lighting cue. Oh, it's better when I turn that light off, or is it? I think I like it better off. Oh, whatever. I don't know. The sheen on my fucking forehead up here. Anyways, hi, hello, hi. There we go. That's better. I'll just do this. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. If you took a break when I took a break, then welcome back, but you probably didn't. And that change was instantaneous. But I was gone for a fortnight. On this side of things, I was gone for a whole fortnight. I've raised a family since you last saw me, don't you know? Time froze. I grew a womb. I gave birth to triplets. I named them Shwama and Shwama and Shwama. Was oh, that's what reminds me. Okay, that's why I had a brain fart just there, just now. Was because I used to have this inside joke with a girl that I used to work with at one of the restaurants that I worked with one time. It was just the stupidest bit that we would do where we pretended to be like a new dad who's a new set of parents who just gave birth. The mom just gave birth, and the doctor's like, "So what would you like to name your child?" And the guy with zero confidence kind of looks around the room and he's like, "I don't know, Shrimmel is Shrimmel a good name? Scrim Herman Shrimmel Shrimbrim Bramman Bram Clowman." Just tell me what to say. It's just the guy having like a sort of mental breakdown at being put on the spot, as if he never considered what he might eventually name the kid. So it was just a bit, mostly Shrimmel. I think we just really loved pretending that this guy's instinct when put on the spot to name this kid that he hadn't thought to have a name prepared. His first thought was Shrimmel, and he rightfully so said it with not a lot of confidence and was looking for the approval of the doctor to be like, is Shrimmel a name? Is Shrimmel okay? What do you I don't know. Shrimmel? What do you think? ah, is that a thing? I don't care. It still makes me laugh to this day. Mostly because I think about her too, Megan, the girl that it was nice. We dated for a very short period, but that was like right before I came out, and that was really she was so special. She is such a special girl. Lady, woman. Jesus Christ. She is a woman and she is very special, and yeah, she was just really cool about the whole thing. I remember when I came out to her, I like was terrified. I showed her a picture of me in a dress, and she was like, "Wow, you look great." I was like, "What?" It is the most shocking thing in the world. After you have spent your entire life since 10 or 11 years old, I think I was starting to have these thoughts, these forbidden fucking thoughts that, it is shocking. It was shocking the first few people that I came out to who handled it on a level that fucking shocked me. That were just like, "Oh, cool." Just so nonchalantly, or just like, "Wow, that's interesting." And they would ask questions in good faith. And that was fucking shocking to me. It's amazing how you could have this idea in your head that like this terrible, awful secret that you're carrying your whole life will be the thing that makes you lose fucking everything in life. And I'm one of the lucky ones who it didn't. And I know of trans people who it has. And yeah, I feel fortunate and my heart fucking breaks for those people because that shit is not fair. Um and I kind of had this idea of the world that that's what would happen to me, and luckily enough it did not in most cases. I mean, the people who like were fucking total dickweeds about it were never a part of my life anyways, you know? So anyways, there was Shrimmel? I don't know, Shrimmel? Crim? Just tell me, just give me anything. It's up to you. What do you think? Not Shrimmel, right? That's not good, right? Oh God, he's just like reading the doctor's expression and having a breakdown. I don't know why the doctor isn't saying anything. I forget how far that bit went. I don't know if the doctor was like, "Yeah, it's your kid. You can name it whatever you want." Oh, but don't say that. I mean, like, is Shrimmel good? Is it a thing? That's the bit. Anyways, it looks like I fucking almost took a bite out of that chapstick there. I won't grab it now, but I have a few lipsticks that I use that are like super stay. Oh, I think that's what they're fucking called. I think I just accidentally called them what they are. It's a brand, Maybelline Super Stay. God, give me a second. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. My memory is better than I thought it was. 'Cause wow, I remembered that. It's Maybelline Superstay lipstick. I'm gonna do this, 'cause that's a common thing. There you go. Um, these lipsticks are very great. I love them. They're matte, M-A-T-T-E. So when you put them on, they like absorb light. It's really cool, which I love. I just love it. It's so cool. They're so cool and they stay. They don't rub or anything, which is great for a lazy, thoughtless, careless person like me. So I don't have to keep like going back and refreshing. Because listen, I'm so afraid I'm gonna screw up my makeup every time I put it on. So like to have to do that over and over again, to have to go back to the washroom and over again, touch it up to make it look good again is just like, no thanks. I can't deal with that level of pressure and stress. No way. So, but the downside to these, as wonderful as they are, and as much as I would recommend them, especially number 20 Pioneer, very red and beautiful. Um, they are quite the fuck to try to get off your face. It used to be, I used to do this, where just at the end of the night, I would basically, uh, I would like say goodbye to to a towel, not permanent goodbye. It would wash out in the wash, but I would just basically dummy a towel and just like rub it through sheer force, because like the makeup remover that I have doesn't work. The foam, it doesn't work. So I would just take a towel and just like, just like, what would be the equivalent? Like fucking peeling off like something, an adhesive with all this, with the strength of 10 men. I can't think of a metaphor, but and I would have to like rub a dry towel. It wouldn't even be wet. I would just dry rub it off my lips, which now that I'm vocalizing it is a terrible idea. And don't do that. And I would get like big fucking craps. I would fucking use the same towel that I wipe my asshole with. Asshole. And I'll get big old asshole cracks in the corners of my mouth. Anyways, and that towel will be totally messed up and unusable after that. But that's how I used to have to take this off. That was the only way. And now I'm trying to like do a better thing. I use coconut oil and I rub and I rub and I rub and I rub and I rub. So even though it's oil, it takes fucking forever to come off, but at least it sort of does. But now I have more craps in my mouth. Seems like I'm always fighting craps in my mouth. because of this fucking Maybelline lipstick. So I would give it 5 stars. I still got to give it 5 stars with the caveat that you're going to have to live with it forever or rub your face so hard that it cracks your lips to get it off. And if anybody has any better advice, I'm open to it. Although I could probably just, use the internet to look it up and just not fucking do this terrible, awful lip ripping system that I have in place. Anyways, you know what I just decided just now? I'm going to maintain my posture. I'm going to adjust the video. And I'm going to speak softer. I'm going to speak soft for the rest of the episode. Here we go. It's PodGis. And I think I know by now, I think I've died enough times while platforming, ding, to know that I know how to adjust the levels and the volume to make sure that you can hear this part. I hope. I know. Otherwise, sorry for making you turn your shit up. Anyways, Dylan Mulvaney. Let's talk about Dylan Mulvaney. She last week released Days of Girlhood. It's a music video. It's a song that I assume wrote. I assume she wrote it. And that she sings and performs in the music video. And it's terribly cringy. Of course it is. It's terribly, awfully. I had to stop. I had to turn away from it after like 45 seconds to a minute. She has my full spirited support as a human being. Her content doesn't really resonate with me, but her grace under fire certainly does. I don't think there's anybody who does it better than her. And I don't think there are a lot of people in the world who have had to endure what she has had to endure. So for those reasons, she has my utmost respect. But this particular music video, this Days of Girlhood, it's interesting. It has sparked, oh boy, has it sparked a discourse on pantomiming femininity. I barely got that word out. Glug glug, bitch. I don't even know what to call this fucking episode. I said, God damn. So essentially, we've got it's a familiar discourse. It basically is a lot of women feel like she is sort of perpetrating, pantomiming, like just silly, not misogynistic, like just like such a vapid, superficial idea of womanhood that like being a woman is being this damsel in distress, being mentally ill, spending all day in bed, needing the help of just boys, haha, I'm obsessed with boys. Everything's pink and just this like over frillified, hyper feminine to the point of maybe even infantilizing the female experience on a certain level. So a lot of people are saying that she's like, it's a mockery of womanhood, and that her idea of womanhood is so superficial that it basically disqualifies her as one. Because if that's what she thinks that womanhood is just hair and makeup and boys and haha, then a lot of people are like, you can get lost. You're not one of us. Now, it's such an interesting, it's fucking tiring. It was interesting at first, and maybe there are elements of it that still make me interested and curious. Or would if people argued in better faith. But yeah, a lot of people are have a big issue with the song because it uh superficializes the female experience, and like I don't disagree. I mean it's pretty abundantly obvious to me that womanhood is more than just makeup and dresses and fucking reading Cosmo magazine with your girlies and then and gossiping about boys and taking your depression meds, which I don't know if that's I mean, there are a lot of dudes out there with depression too. Just look at the suicide rates between the genders. Anyways, but this is like the the problem is for trans women, it's never good enough. It never like no matter how well you pass, how stealthy you are, quote unquote, how well you, by all standards, accomplish a hyper femininity, um, you will be scrutinized unfairly for it. If you are too feminine, then you are overcompensating and you are trivializing the female experience. If you're too much, if you're too masculine, then you're just a man. You're just a man, just claiming to be a woman. So all of it is quintessentially just like it brings about the what is a woman question, and I cringe more at asking what is a woman than talking about Dylan Mulvaney's music video, because that phrase has just been so weaponized in such fucking stupid, awful, just unserious ways that yeah, basically all it's anyways, what do you think, Alval? I think that's what I think is that no matter how girly Dylan Mulvaney is, and it seems to me sincere, you know, I take people at their word. I think maybe especially at the very beginning of one's transition, you overcompensate, you overshoot, you want so badly. You get told fucking when you start out, you get discouraged so often by people being like, you'll never be a woman, you're a man, what the fuck are you doing? That that there's an impulse in you to be like, well, I'll show you, and you way overcompensate in the other direction. Listen, I cringe so hard when I think about early on, after I came out, my dad wanted to hang out with me and wanted to just keep me company in this very crazy, tumultuous time in my life. And he was like, let me take you out for wings at a bar around the corner from your place. Let's just go grab some wings. You present however you want. Just be yourself and let's just hang out. And you could talk to me or not. Let's just keep each other company. My dad, by the way. Love it. So, and yet, oh God, see, it makes me just feel so fucking gross. But I wore like a skimpy dress. I way overdid my makeup. I wore high heels just to go have wings with my dad on a fucking on a Tuesday or something. It's embarrassing. It is so hard to look back on now, but I had my reasons. I'm not going to justify them, but at the same time, there's a difference between justifying your behavior and understanding it. And sometimes they're sometimes they're exclusive from each other, sometimes they are the same thing. But I understand the impulse to way overcompensate and way overcorrect and to invest what you think femininity is, what makes you a woman, in these superficial things. So and that's not what I'm accusing Dylan of. I'm proposing that maybe at the very beginning she like ultra leaned into it. But if you saw what she was like before she transitioned, she was always a girly girl. Let's be honest. Sort of the people who are in to the fucking group of haters who are all like, this is all an act and she's just clout chasing. like, I think fundamentally at her core, this isn't an act. She's not fucking acting. Nobody acts like that unless they unless that's who they are. Really. You know what I mean? Call me naive, but like I take people at who they are. And people who are insincere don't last. They just don't. Maybe I don't know how the industry works, but I think that works in stand up as it does, I'm sure across industries. You eventually get found out for the fraud that you are, especially in the modern era where we are all surveilled constantly by each other and we're all oversharing. Dylan fucking overshares more than anybody. So, she's God bless her. The amount of vitriol that woman faces just for waking up in the morning is just like, how did she do it? I don't know. Good for her. I endure but a mere fucking sliver compared to her, and it's annoying as shit. I posted a picture of myself that was fully clothed in an outfit that I thought was cool, and one of the comments was, "Hey, nice dick, bro. Do you want to jerk them off together sometime?" or something like that. And like, I do get a lot of sexual comments. It's fucking Twitter. Yeah, like, Twitter. My Twitter followers are all there. It's funny, my different followers on my different platforms. Facebook is more people who know me personally and have met me face to face. Instagram is a blend of people who know me, a lot of comedians, entertainment people, fans. I would say I'm closest to my Instagram uh, followers on a more human level. They are the human bunch, I would say. And then Twitter, it's all just people fetishizing me, and it's if I scroll through the people who follow me on Twitter, I'm sure the word sissy comes up, maybe every 1 in 15 profiles. It'll be fucking Sissy Ashley, Sissy Katie, sub Sissy bitch, 1981. It's a lot of sex and nudes in bio. Every third account would be nudes in bio on my Twitter. So all that to say, I understand that Twitter is gonna uh encourage a certain type, but this guy wasn't being sexy. He was trying to be like hurtful by being like, nice dick, bro. Want to jerk them off. It was his attempt at being clever, which good one. Um, oh man, I won't give this guy too much more time, but it was sometimes comments like those make me so curious because I'm like, do you really think you're dunking on me? What what desired effect are you what effect are you hoping for? You know? And then so I did like every once in a while I get curious enough that I take a sneak peek at somebody's profile. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, how many?" I'm like, "Classic. Let's find out how many other trans women you've just basically casually out of nowhere talked about jerking dicks with." And sure enough, his replies, I mean, he said, this is my favorite. People like this like to say rent free, as in, I am living rent free in your mind. I'm occupying your consciousness so often. And haha, what an own that is. And while on the one hand, here I am talking about him, so touche. It's more of an Airbnb. He's rented out the space for a night, and it's a confusing night that whenever he rents a night in my mind, I'm like, why are you here? Thanks for your money and your attention, I guess. But yeah, for somebody who says rent free a lot, you look at these people's profiles, and sure enough, he says all he does is comment on trans profiles. So who is truly living in whose mind rent free here? Especially because I stopped replying after like 2 exchanges, and I still see him pop up in my comments on a bunch of posts. So I think in the end, uh, on a tangible level, I win because in this particular power dynamic, he is clamoring so hard for my attention, and I am ignoring him. I'm not seeking his attention at all. He is not even a mere afterthought to me. And he's dedicating all his time and effort to me. So I think in that sense, in that dynamic, I win every time. Plus, I'm a doer, and he's just a fucking sit there shitting on shit, you know? I would so much rather be a producer than a consumer, especially one who all he does is spew fucking garbage. Where do you factor in all this? Who are you? You would be nobody without me. You would have nothing. So it's kind of fun. Anyways, how did I get there? Dylan Mulvaney. Look, so I guess the point is, it's like that monologue at the end of close to the end of Barbie, where what's her face? She's Latino. She's Latina. She does that monologue where she's like, if you're too much of this, you're not a woman enough. It's impossible to be a woman because you got to be this, and you got to be this, and you got to be this. And like, I agree with that. I think that there is also categorically, it is quite also impossible in another way to be a trans woman for, you know what, all the same reasons in that speech, plus a couple extras where it's like, you try too hard to be feminine and you are a caricature, you are a mockery of the female experience, and you're trivializing the experience by making it all about fucking makeup and crying. And you fucking, like I said at the very beginning, I overcompensated, and I found gratification and validation in the stereotypically, problematically feminine things. Like I even had a bit about it where I talked about just how like, oh, how validating it was to get mansplained and interrupted by my male friends, and to like fear for my life walking home was like, am I actually a woman now? The problematic sides of it, I found validating, and I joked about them, and I got away with it because I used humor, not some like goofy pink music video. Not that I'm coming down on it, but I think that's why people have a problem with it. But it's like, everybody experiences their gender in a different way. And like, even you ask any fucking woman, like, what do you make of butch lesbians? You know what I mean? It's so interesting, the whole LGB without the T. It's like all the people who, a lot of the transphobia that I see online is specifically for trans people, and they're I almost want to say you're welcome, gays, because we have turned the hatred of people who were formerly homophobes, but now just by comparison, they felt like they had to get over you right quick to start hating on us more specifically. You know what I mean? Because I see on the internet all the time all these people who will say something to the effect of, God, we're okay if you're gay. Why can't you just be gay? And you're like, no, you're not. You weren't. You weren't until we showed up, and now you're just like, all right, I guess we're okay with you guys. But which you're actually fucking not. Which is why the LGB without the T and the lesbian gay alliance, those fuckers, like, how they can't see that they are next on the chopping block, and they're helping the people who want them dead and would kill them next, is just so short-sighted. It fucking baffles me. Anyways, I'm all over the place here. Just let Dylan be fucking Dylan. And why does everything have to be fucking talked to death? You can wear pink whether you're a boy or a girl, and it's fine. And you can like boys, and you can experience girlhood however you so choose. And none of these things make it intrinsically and exclusively female experience, and none of them are prerequisites to womanhood. Crying about boys or fucking whatever, wearing different outfits. Who gives a fuck? Be who you are and mind your own fucking business. Why does everyone fucking care? She is not dismantling gender with her silly goddamn video. And even if we were to dismantle gender, the idea of it, the systems in place, would that be so brutal? What would happen? Would society really collapse? How? Fucking how? Anyways, I forgot. I'm gonna end on this, but I really wanted to. Oh fuck! I guess I can't show you it, but I won't talk about the taxes anymore. But I will say I was miserable, and I was like, well, it's the night before I gotta post a podcast. I gotta do it. I have to do it. So I booted up my YouTube to see. What I was wearing, because I was convinced I had worn this tank top before, and sure enough I did. But I said fuck it anyways, and look at all these videos with my long hair. I sure do miss it. I can't wait to have it back. But I went back. Oh, sorry, got distracted. Look at all the different outfits I've worn. I've worn a lot of outfits. So distracted, guess. Anyways, I went on YouTube and I was miserable, and then YouTube really helped me out and gave me a suggestion, an old suggestion that I forgot about, but that it just makes me laugh so hard every time I see it. It's an 11-second video, and it's I'll play it for you real quick so you can hear it. Let's turn up the volume, bring the speaker. Okay. I'll be home for Quizmoiss. That's the video. That's it. That's all. No. Stop it. That's a Dragon Force song called Power of the Triforce. It's such a corny fucking song. Anyways, I don't know if you could hear that, but it's a fuck, what's the name for a Mexican band? Oh, I can't believe I'm blanking on this. Mariachi band. It's a mariachi band, and it's some kind of Christmas special with Karina Cabrera. I don't know who that is, or what is her name? Oh, it said somewhere. Was it Camila Cabello? It's some kind of Christmas special from this woman that comes in. So she comes in, and the Mexican band is playing, and then the words "Grand Foyer" appear at the bottom when she enters. So that's not her name, obviously. So why did it say Grand Foyer? I would imagine because that's where they are. You can't really see the background, but it looks like a pretty big enough space with a Christmas tree and and a portrait of somebody in the back. If you just look up, I'll be home for Quizmoiss. QUISMOISS. I should call this a segment. I should call this video guess or something. This week's video of the week is I'll be home for Quizmoiss, and it is uh, it makes me okay. So I'll stay on track. She comes in, the mariachi band plays, the words "Grand Foyer" appear on the bottom, and she sings with so much sultry. It's so sultry. She goes, "I'll be home for Quizmoiss." Why do singers do that? At Christmas, everybody wants to. I mean, let's be honest, and this is one of my biggest problems with fucking Christmas. If you heard me rant about this before, you know that I hate this about Christmas, that there are only like 6 songs that everyone plays ad nauseum. And then you get shit like this, where someone's like, I gotta make it different. Maybe I can just totally pronounce Quizmoiss in the craziest possible way, just to differentiate myself in any sort of way from the rest of the song. So she comes in, it says Grand Foyer, which is I don't know what my favorite part is, because every time I hear Quizmoiss, it makes me laugh so hard. And then the comments, the top pinned one says, ah, yes, my favorite singer, Grand Foyer. It's 11 seconds. These comments are killing me. I'll be home for Quizmoiss. And it's in quotes. From Grand Foyer. Why is that so funny? Oh, man. You guys are seeing me laugh so hard, I'm crying. Oh. Some of these comments somebody posted. It's an 11-second long video. And somebody posted timestamps at 0 seconds, at 2 seconds, at 9, and at 11. It goes, mariachi. It's really just the 4 comedic beats of this very short video. It's just mariachi, Grand Foyer, Quizmoiss, and oh man. Oh God. You guys are really seeing me break down. You guys are really seeing what it's like for me to have a Quizmoiss. Will be very happy to have her home for the holidays. Grand Foyer is a crazy name to give your daughter. Anyways, give it up for Grand Foyer, and I'll be home for Quizmoiss. Oh man, that is so funny. Who the hell is Camila Cabello? What the hell is even that? I'm just gonna call this episode "I'll be home for Quizmoiss," because I don't think I came up with any other catchphrase this whole time, and the episode's getting long, so I'll cut it. I don't know if I did anything to entertain you in this one until the very end. I mean, I really had fun. At the end, I don't know if I said anything insightful along the way. I really hope I did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy every episode of PodGis, and I hope that you're not in tax troubles. And I hope that if you name a kid, you're not. If you have a kid, you're not going to name him Shrimmel, and you're not going to name it Grand Foyer either. Maybe that's what I might call the episode, Shrimmel. Although there wasn't. I'm going to call it Shrimmel. No, I'm just going to call it I'll be home for Quizmoiss. Gotta love an episode that you don't know what the fucking why it's called that until the final 2 minutes. So there you go. That's this week's episode. Oh, goddamn! I should have said this off the top, but I take off running and I forget. But first of all, congratulations to me for getting into Winnipeg Comedy Festival. I can't wait. Baby's career is just like, I mean, who else is doing it like me right now? Especially in Canada, nobody. In North America, I don't think anybody. But America has no idea who I am. America has no idea the things I'm actually accomplishing here in this little tiny tin bucket of a fucking tin cup of a country, or in America's toque. If America, if you guys just turned your attention maybe just a little bit up this way, you would see that you're wearing a very colorful toque, a very fun girl of a toque. And hey, maybe she would do pretty well in your country if you gave her a chance. Give me a chance. Anyways, oh, I forgot. Yeah. Today, as of this PodGis, today is the last day, the 20th, that you can vote. I don't know if you can vote on the 21st. I think voting closes on the 21st, but check in on the 21st too. And please, we're in the final stretch. This is it. We're at the finish line. Please vote for me to win $10,000 funniest Canadian. Look up those keywords. Edge 102.1. You don't have to remember that part. Excuse me, but if you type in $10,000 funniest Canadian, you and you vote with your email. If you have multiple emails, vote multiple times. Today's your last day. Get out there, make an email, make an extra email or two, just for this, and vote for me, please. If I win the popular vote, I don't get the 10 grand, but I get 1,000, and that, trust me, my loves, if you have been listening to this podcast and what I'm going through, that would be a real help. And you know, if I don't win the popular vote, then maybe I'll win the judges' vote. We'll see. I don't know. All the videos submitted were all very good. I'll give them all their due, and I don't know who stands out, truly. I hope I do, but who knows? Anyways, I'm not counting on it. Mystery judges. My fate is in the hands of mystery judges. So anyways, my fingers are glowing in the dark. I'm going to turn off the lights and make sure they're nice and charged. I'm going to hold them up to my lighting over here, and then I'm going to turn off the dark, and then I'm going to glow bioluminescent hands, and I'm going to eat a bioluminescent fish, and I'm going to be a science experiment. And also, I'll be home for Quizmoiss. And make sure you take care of yourselves out there. And you know what? Fucking, if your days of girlhood involve pink and gossiping about boys or whatever and wearing fashion and being in bed and your meds and therapy and fucking whatever else, Dylan thinks that girlhood is, if your definition of girlhood includes that, great. If it doesn't, that's great too. That's all great. But the most important thing about girlhood is mind your own fucking business. And that's it. That's all. Thanks for listening to PodGis. I'll see you next week. Bye.